I have family in North Korea, but I don't know their names, faces, or language. It took 26 years for me to be curious about their mere existence, not even their histories. What sparked this curiosity? Battles in cyberspace or nuclear threats? No. 2 syllables. Jong-un. One day I had a strange realization. My Korea name shares 2 syllables with the North Korean dictators. This random connection, silly and ridiculous as it seemed, disturbed me. Those 2 syllables felt incriminating, though I knew they meant nothing. Kim Jong-un and I don't even share a family name, but I couldn't shake the feeling, and thus began my investigation into a forgotten history and a present reality. I started with my family, specifically my maternal grandfather. I knew that in 1948, he and his immediate family escaped from the north on foot, fleeing to the southernmost point of Korea and immigrating to Los Angeles 15 years later. What was missing from this narrative were the relatives he'd left behind in North Korea, ones he tried to reconnect with when he traveled to Pyongyang in 2006. Detailed stories, along with footage of them from his trip, however, were missing. So I looked to media and entertainment discourses to fill in the gaps. How had they shaped my perception of North Korea and its people? While I recalled stories of mass starvation and oppression at the hands of a ruthless dictator, I also remembered Hollywood parodies and sketch comedy of the Hermit Kingdom. Horrors were always masked by laughs. My education did little to temper the disconnect. In high school, I learned that there was a war in the 50s. A line was drawn at the 38th parallel. The United States suffered numerous casualties and monuments were created to honor the fallen. Then I forgot about it all until the 2 syllables. As a result of that aleatory tie to North Korea, more tightly knotted by my family's history, complicated by the discourses of entertainment and school, I soon recognized that I forgot not just a timeline of events, but also the people who bought me my freedom. I exist because the people of North Korea exist. These individuals rendered invisible except through testimony and propaganda. Though it may be impossible to fully know who they are and how they exist, we do know how we respond. We've repaid them with promises of fire and fury, with insults, and as a result are prone to forget their sacrifice. When we look at them, we should see a reflection of ourselves, oblivious to the outside, governed by forces who lead with threats instead of dialogue. We can no longer feign ignorance. We've been implicated in this problem, and we cannot look away. Even when we try, it will find us in our very reflections.